Hi there, my name is Gabriel. I'm also known as the Finance Catalyst. It's no question in our financial environment today that it's very important to always stick to a realistic budget. Having said that, today I want to be sharing with you two important rules that you could adopt in order to be able to allocate your finances or your income in a very, very systematic. This one is actually the 50-30-20 rule. Now, you might want to ask me, what is the 50-20-30 rule? Now, this is a structure you could adopt for your finances where you allocate 50% of your post-tax income to the things that you consider as necessity. Things like your rent, things that has to do with your monthly regular expenditures. It could be your light bills, it could be things that you know that are of necessity to you. 50% of your post-tax income can be allocated to these things. Now, you have 20%. The 20% you could allocate to your savings. The savings is very, very important when it comes to your finances. So allocating 20% of your post-tax income to your savings is something that you could adopt when it comes to the area of your budgeting. And then you have 30%, which could be allocated to things that are considered wants. So it's not really a necessity, but you might just want to travel, you might want to have a drink with a friend. This is also another area that you could allocate your 30% of your post-tax income. So most people do adopt the 50-20, the 50-30-20 rule. Then the other rule that you could also look at is the 80-20 rule. Now, the 80-20 rule is like a combination of both your needs and also what you consider necessities. Now, the 80% is being allocated to what you consider as your needs and also necessities, because it's also involves luxury for some people. Most people don't want to go into the 50-30-20 rule, so they prefer to always adopt or stick with the 80-20 rule. So whichever one you use, is always important to be very intentional and stick to those rules. So the 80-20 rule is more about having 80% of your post-tax income being allocated to things that are of necessity to you, as well as things that you can consider as wants and also luxury. And then you have the 20%, which you could allocate to your savings. You could also want to further divide the 20% into 15 and 5%, where you can have 5% as an emergency fund if you want to do that. But regardless of what you want to do, it's always important to have a structure, especially when it comes to your financial goals. Adopting such kind of structure would help you, and it will aid you to be more intentional about your financial planning, as well as what you want to achieve with your finances in the next 2 or 3 years. I just thought to share these beautiful thoughts with you today. Until I see you again in my next video, always be intentional about your finances. Know where your monies are going to, and always be safe when it comes to your spending. I'll see you again in my next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon.